Hi, my name's George Grijalva, and I'm a carpet cleaner just like you, and this is my Basics How to Upsell DVD. So you want to learn how to upsell? You know what that means, right? You have to become a salesperson. That's right. You've got to develop the skills like a salesperson. We've all been sold our entire life. Everything that we watch on TV is selling us to buy products. In the magazines, in the newspapers, it doesn't matter where you go, there's advertising and people selling all around us. So we've already been pre-programmed to buy. Now the one thing I want to teach you in sales is people hate to be sold. I don't like to be sold. Do you like to be sold? Everybody hates to be sold, but we like to buy. That is one thing that we all agree on. Do you like to buy stuff? I like to buy stuff. I know my wife loves to buy shoes. Now the one thing that we got to do is we've got to start with the basics. If you're going to be a salesperson, what you've got to develop is the techniques and skills that you need in order to close the deal. Now how do you do that if you've never been a salesperson before? So let's start with the basics of selling. The basics of selling are really simple. All you've got to do is be yourself. That is key, is to be yourself. Know who you are, know your personality, know your strengths and your weaknesses. So that's really all there is to selling, because if people like you, they will buy from you. Now the one thing that you want to avoid doing is turning into this used car salesperson.
Come on down to Slick Willie's. We'll get you in a ride today. We're cutting prices. We're burning them up. We got last year's models at back door prices, so come on down and we'll get you in a ride today.
That doesn't work. What you want to do is you want to develop a relationship. So what I mean by that is people have to like you. So your first impression is probably 90% of your closing. Because if the customer likes you, then the customer is going to want to buy from you. And how do we do that? Well, I'm going to show you later how we're going to upsell family rooms, extra bedrooms, stairs, furniture. I'm going to teach you how to upsell. But you've got to learn the basics. The basics is basically you've got to develop a relationship with that customer in about 90 seconds. If you're going to sell, you've got to have an appearance that the customer likes to look at. So what I mean by that is you don't want to be scruffy. You don't want to have a dirty shirt, wrinkled shirt. You don't want to have your hair out to there. That's why I always wear a baseball hat. I do have hair underneath here, but I wear a baseball hat because when my hair is messy, I just put a hat on and I look nice and clean and fresh and professional. So when I decided that I was going to become a carpet cleaner, I wanted to make sure that I had a really nice uniform, because I knew if I looked good, then the customer would feel comfortable with me as far as cleaning her carpet and buying other services from me. So that's the first step, is you want to have a really good image, a really good first appearance. The other thing is that you want to make sure that when you're talking to the customer, you're listening to what they say. You want to make sure you're looking them straight in the eye when you're talking to them. That is key. Because if you break that eye contact, what do they think of you? They think you might be lying. And you don't want to come across as a liar. You want to come across as a very trustworthy person. So eye contact, a good image, and be yourself. These are all keys to being a successful salesperson. And then what you want to do is you want to call yourself a salesperson. You want to say, I am a salesperson. Because if you believe that you're a salesperson, you're going to be able to sell. The other thing that you want to do is you want to believe 100% in the product that you're selling. You want to believe that you are the best carpet cleaner. You want to believe you're the best upholstery cleaner. You want to believe that you're the best leather cleaner, the best repair person. And you know what? That's another thing. If you're going to upsell, that means you've got to have the skills in order to do that. So who has a better chance of upselling? Somebody who just knows how to clean carpets really good? Or somebody who knows how to clean carpets, clean upholstery, clean Oriental rugs, do bonded inserts, which are patches, do restretches, do reburling, which is pulled rows, doing color repairs, which is bleach spots, or just a carpet cleaner? Well, you got to develop more skills. If you don't have all these skills, you're not going to have much to upsell. The only thing you're going to have to upsell is maybe some extra rooms, some stairs, or a hallway, some carpet protector, and that's all good stuff. But if you can do these other things, then you're going to have more to upsell. If you have more skills than your competitors, you're going to make more money. So I'm going to help you. I put together a DVD series called All 100% Real Jobs. My first DVD is how to do bonded inserts, from little tiny bonded inserts to replacing half of a family room. Now, if you're not doing bonded inserts right now, you are missing out on so much money. My other DVD is how to do restretches. Once again, if you're not doing restretches, you're missing out on a ton of money. This DVD alone is worth its weight in gold just for the technique that I show you and how to restretch a hallway. Now, what does this have to do with upselling? This has everything to do with upselling, because the more skills that you have, the more that you can upsell. My next DVD is how to do specialty stains. I show you how to get out coffee stains, wine stains, to water stains. This is an incredible DVD. What's really great about all these DVDs is that they're all 100% real jobs. You're going to learn a lot more because I didn't plan these out. These are real situations that I actually got paid for. So I actually made thousands of dollars when I was making these DVDs as I was making them because I was doing real jobs. My other DVD is carpet repairs. Now, carpet repairs is a unique DVD because it combines specialty stains with carpet repairs. Sometimes you can't get the stain out all the way without doing some kind of repair. This is a powerful DVD. It's going to really make you the go-to company. Now, all of these DVDs have basics to advance. My next DVD is how to do upholstery cleaning, how to do synthetic upholstery to natural upholstery, how to do all sorts of different tests too. So if you're not an expert in cleaning upholstery, once again, you're missing out on a ton of money. So picture this. You go out to do an estimate, and there's a couple other companies that are showing as well. And the customer has a wrinkle in the family room, she has some natural furniture, and a little tiny repair. Well, if you say you can fix all of that plus clean the carpet, guess what? Those other guys are not going to get the job. You're going to get the job. So it has everything to do with upselling. My other DVD is pet damage. Now, if you're not really skillful at pet damage or confident at pet damage, then you really want to get this DVD, because I show you how to do surface cleaning and deodorizing and stain removal to pad replacement and sealing the floor. Now, you may be asking yourself, where can I get my hands on these DVDs? Well, you can get them at your local PROCHEM supply company or log on to my website at carpetcleaningtradesecrets.com. Go to my products page and you can get the entire series there, or you can start with just one DVD. I also have some sample videos that you can watch on each of my DVDs. Now, I know some of you are sitting there going, why did I purchase an infomercial? I thought I purchased a how to upsell DVD. Well, you did. You're learning, you just don't realize you're learning, because I upsold you. Now, you might want to rewind this, but I want to teach you a little trick. When I said you could buy the entire series or just one DVD, what I did was I gave you a choice, but either choice that you were picking, you were purchasing. Do you get it? The other thing is, what does this have to do with upsells? It has everything to do with upsells, because if you are not good at all these techniques and all these skills that I shared with you on my DVD program, that's another reason you want to get these, because if you combine this upsell DVD with my other DVDs, you're going to make a ton of money. So now that I've turned you into incredible carpet cleaners with my DVD program, let's get started and turn you into a super salesperson. Now let's get started. The basics to upselling is image, which we've already covered. The other thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you brush your teeth, wear cologne. You know, there's senses that people have when they're purchasing. And one is visual, one is the scent. So what I mean by that is, let's say that you're a smoker and you come into someone's home, and let's say that they're offended by smoking and they're offended by the smell. You're probably going to turn off one of those senses, and they might not be as open to upselling as you would like them to be. Somebody who doesn't smoke isn't going to have that going against them. There's also another sense that they have, which is touch. So you can actually have them feel the upholstery and go, do you feel how slimy this is, how dirty this is? When I get done cleaning it, it's going to feel fantastic. Now, I'll get into that more later. I just want to cover the different senses that people have. They also have hearing. So you want to make sure that you're communicating with them properly. You're there to serve them. The more that the customer knows that you're there to serve them, the more likely that they are going to be open to your suggestions of upselling. And that's what upselling is. Upselling is just suggestions. So if you have this frame of mind that you're going to turn into this used car salesman, what I want you to do is open up your brain and dump that out. We're going to put in some really great techniques how to soft sell the customer. So I'm going to try to teach you everything that I know about selling so you can be more successful than you already are. When you're dealing with your customers, you really want to pay attention to them. You want to listen to them. Like I said, you want eye contact with them. So once you're in the house, you want to be observant as well, paying attention to your surroundings. You want to notice when they have a red sectional in their family room. You want to notice when they have leather in their living room. You want to notice when they have carpet on their stairs and halls. You want to make sure that you're paying attention to everywhere that there is anything that you can possibly clean, because then you can make those suggestions to the customer once you've got the trust. So now we want to build up the trust. How do we do that? Well, you just really want to pay attention to what your customer wants, why they originally called you out. So if they're saying that I want you to clean the family room and the stairs, then that's what you want to be most interested in doing right away. So pay attention to what you're supposed to be cleaning first. Do your fiber identification, do your education with the customer, and also make sure that you're paying attention to what she is particularly concerned with. So if there's a special stain that she wants you to get out, that is the stain you want to focus on the most. Above all other things, you want to get that stain out. So if she says, this is where my husband spilt coffee, you can barely see it, you want to make sure you do everything you can do to get that coffee stain out so when it dries, she doesn't see it. Then she's going to want to recommend you to other people and use you again. Now when you're upselling, I really want to make the suggestion to you that you always try to get your top dollar with no discount. That's a great place to start, because you're going to find that there's going to be a lot of customers out there that'll say yes and they'll give you the business without asking for a discount. And that's a win-win, because the customer is going to get a quality job and you're going to get paid very well for the work that you're doing. But in some situations, you've got to make deals. Now the secret to making deals is make sure whatever you're giving away is very, very easy to do and not very labor intensive. So what I mean by that is, sometimes what I'll do is, in order to get a whole home and some upholstery and get a job to be about $556 or $625, I'll throw in free carpet protector. But don't always do that. You want to make sure that you're using common sense when you're putting these packages together. You want to tailor fit them for every job, because you can also make a lot of money off of carpet protector. You don't have to always give it away. Just know when it's going to be to your advantage to give somebody a little more, so it's a win-win and there's more value and you've under-promised and over-delivered. So let's get started. Let's clean the carpet. Once you've cleaned the carpet and you notice that there's a difference in the cleanliness and the dirty carpet, you want to call your customer into the room and show them and go, look, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I've made a big difference in your carpet. You may want to make sure that you clean this more regularly, and they're going to agree with you. And then while you have them in the room, you might want to mention to them, your upholstery that you have here in the family room, I've noticed that it's a really nice piece, and I was just kind of curious when the last time you had it cleaned. And they're going to tell you, oh, we've never had it cleaned, or whatever they tell you. Usually it's been years since they've had it cleaned. And you just suggest to them, you go, well, while I'm here, I would sure like to clean this piece of upholstery for you. and I'm an expert at it if you'd like me to clean it. And sometimes that's all it takes. And so when you say, if you'd like me to clean it, just be quiet. See what they say. And she might go, oh, okay, how much? Then what you want to do is you want to go, well, most of your carpet cleaners out there wouldn't touch this particular piece of furniture because they haven't been educated in cleaning upholstery. But I'm very confident in my ability to clean upholstery. And you're looking at only, for this sectional here, let's see, we're looking at only $289. Well, that was a little steep, so I'm not sure if I want to clean that. Well, I'll tell you what, I can completely appreciate the fact that you think that that's a little steep, but there's a lot of work involved. I'll go ahead and make you a discount. I'll make it for, let's just say $199. So what you did was you gave the customer an $89 discount, but you still got a $200 upsell. And to clean a sectional this big is probably only going to take you about an hour to do it properly. So that's about $200 an hour. So you didn't really lose. You created a win-win. You created a win for the customer and you created a win for your company. Now you may be asking yourself, I can't sell anything. I don't want to be a salesman. Well, you know what? Being a salesman and being a carpet cleaner is completely different. You don't have to sell anybody. All you have to do is make suggestions. The secret to selling is opening your mouth and saying, I can do this for you. I can do that for you. I can do this for you. And paying attention to your customer. There's different personalities out there. You have your intellectual people. You have your save the world people. You have your very direct people. And you have your fun people. And you just want to read your customer. And it's all about relationships. So when you're dealing with your customer in front of you, you want to connect with that customer. You want that customer to really like you and really enjoy you in their home and trust you in their home and trust that what you're sharing with them is good information that they can utilize. Now remember, people don't like to be sold, so don't become this upsell, very pushy salesperson. People like to do what? That's right, you were paying attention. They like to buy things. So when we're in the family room, this is where the magic happens. Because the customer called us out, we're cleaning the family room and the stairs for her, we're covering her concerns, and we're recommending to her that she has a piece of upholstery in here that their family sits on a regular basis. And did she know that they've done studies where they've taken a brand new piece of furniture, they've weighed it, put it in a family room, and within a year they reweighed it, it collected 10 pounds of dust mites. Well, it'll keep collecting dust mites until full saturation. So when was the last time you had this clean, Mrs. Jones? And she'll tell you when it's been. And it's probably been several years, if not ever. So you can recommend to her, you know, while I'm here, now we're upselling here, this is it, pay attention. Say, Mrs. Jones, while I'm here, I could call my office and let them know that I'd like to spend a little more time here and I could clean this piece of upholstery for you. I'm an expert at cleaning upholstery because I got the All 100% Real Jobs DVD that taught me how to clean upholstery, and I took an IICRC course as well. So I'm very confident in cleaning upholstery. She may say to you, well, the last guy that was here said this couldn't be cleaned. Well, he maybe didn't take any of those courses, but I've been doing this a while, and I can clean this for you, and it'll turn out fantastic. Then what you could do is you could go over to where the husband sits and ask her, so where does your husband sit regularly, or where do you sit regularly? And she'll say, right in that spot. Go, can you feel this right here on the arm, or can you feel this right on the neck, or right on the rear end area? Well, you know what? It feels like it's got some buildup. I'd like to extract this at 230 degrees, and I'd like to just peel off all of the pollutants so that we can leave this piece of upholstery feeling really fresh. Wouldn't it feel great to have your family room cleaned and your upholstery cleaned? Wouldn't that feel great? Now what I'm doing is I'm having her answer me, pay attention to me. Now she is going to say what? She's going to say yes. So what I did was I asked her a question that is making her say yes. Wouldn't it feel great to have your family room clean and your upholstery clean, since this is the area that you guys live in, wouldn't that feel great? Is she going to say no? Of course not. She's going to say yes. So what I've done is I've got her to say yes. And I'm going to say, well, Mrs. Jones, while I'm here, if you'd like, I'll go ahead and clean it. Sure, go ahead, clean it. That sounds great. Some customers won't even ask about the price. They don't even care. They just want you to clean it. So I don't even tell them the price. If they don't care, I'm not even going to tell them. And I'll just clean it. Well, some people do care about the price, and they may ask you, how much is it? And you can look at your invoice. And that's another thing. I really recommend that you have an invoice that has all your prices on it so the customer can see that you're not making them up as you go. This is a great invoice that we created for our company, and it's available at my website at carpetcleaningtradesecrets.com. It has living room, family room, great room, office, master bedroom, bonus room, bedroom, 1 through 6, closet, bath. It's got small rugs, synthetic, large rugs, small rugs, commercial. It's got sofa synthetic, sofa specialty, sofa natural. It's got chairs, recliners, dining chairs, leather sofa, mattress. It's got restretch, bleach spots, flood damage, and it's got all the prices too, which is really cool. So when you're giving a customer a price, you can say this is what we charge. So when you give them a discount, they know that they really got a discount. This invoice is really a great tool, so I would highly recommend that you take a serious look at this and maybe get this for your company. Now, what did I just do? Pay attention here. I just upsold you. You are getting really excited about this invoice because it's something you don't have. You really got excited about all the different things that are on here, and then it's got the prices. This makes it really simple for your employees too, because all they got to do is go check, 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 and then you can just add it up. So upselling isn't exactly selling. It's just making suggestions that have value to your customers. Do you get it? So let's get back to upselling. Now let's just say, for example, this customer that you're dealing with, money is tight. And they're not going to just spend their money on just anything. So whenever you're upselling, you want to make sure that you're giving your customer what? You want to make sure that you're giving your customer value. You want to make sure that you are under-promising and over-delivering. What I mean by that is, when you do a job for somebody, no matter what, you make sure that you give them 100%. Selling the customer is not cheating the customer or lying to the customer. So remember what I was talking about earlier. Eye contact is very important when you're selling. If you don't have that locked on eye contact, what do they think? That's right, they think you're lying. So you want to make sure that when you're dealing with the customer, just be yourself and build that relationship, but on a professional level. You want to make sure you stay professional. You want to act professional. Another thing that's a secret to upselling is, if you're having a bad day, do not let your customer know you're having a bad day. If you don't have enough money at the end of the month, don't let your customer know that. You want to keep all negative personal information to yourself, because that is going to turn your customer off. All you've got to do is share suggestions with your customer, be as professional as you possibly can, and be there to serve your customer with any of their needs. And that is what's going to make them feel comfortable to trust you when you're upselling. Now, you might be thinking I was going to give you like all these like closing techniques and step-by-step and all these sales pitches. No, because that's not selling. That is actually just a way of manipulating people. Selling is getting your customer interested in your product and letting them make the decision to purchase. What do I mean by that? Let's go back to the upholstery for a second. Now let's just say the customer has a tight budget. Well, realistically, how long is this piece of upholstery going to take you to clean? It's a large red sectional. So if you're going to pre-vacuum it, pre-spray it, and then hot water extract it, then you're probably going to be looking to do a really good job about an hour on this piece of upholstery. You want to make sure that you vacuum out all of the edges so that there's no Cheerios in there. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on how you should do it because that's what my upholstery DVD is for. But these are the things you want to communicate to the customer when you're upselling. You want to say, well, Mrs. Jones, I can understand that you're on a budget and money's tight. So when you're upselling, just because they say money's tight, it doesn't mean to clam up. It means to put value on your product. So you can say to the customer, I know that money's tight right now, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pre-vacuum this piece of upholstery and remove most of the dust mites, get it nice and fresh, and any of the loose soil. I'm going to get into the crevices. If I find any Cheerios, I'm going to suck those up. I'm going to clean underneath all the pillows. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-spray it, and then I'm going to hot water extract it at 230 degrees, and it's going to turn out phenomenal. You're going to be so excited when I get done. If you let me do this today, I'll call my office and I'll tell them I need to spend a little more time here because I'm not just a carpet cleaner. I'm a home environment technician, and the health of your environment is very important to me. Did you know that they did studies where the indoor environment was more harmful to the person than the outdoor environment? Well, it has to do with a lot of the pollutants that our carpet and our upholstery collect. That's why the EPA recommends that you clean carpet and upholstery annually. When you tell the customer this type of information, they're trusting you and believing you that you know what you're talking about. So they're feeling very comfortable with the information you're sharing. And you can even take it a step further and say, if you'd like to read any of these reports, I have them on my website. All you do is click onto my website and go under reports. Now, because money's tight for you, normally this is a $289 job, and you can see on my invoice right here under sectional, we charge $289. I'll tell you what I'll do. Since we're going to be cleaning your carpet and your stairs, I'll actually clean this piece of upholstery for you for $199. You've asked her a question, which is a closing question, and she has to say either yes or no. Chances are they're going to say yes. I mean, it's happened so many times. I would say 8 out of 10 customers say yes when I put it just like that. The other customers will usually reschedule another time to have their upholstery cleaned. So I think that I've actually been able to close 99% of my customers by just sharing information with them and making suggestions about cleaning their upholstery for them. It works every single time. Now, you don't always have to discount your work. So I'm going to give you an example of not discounting. So you clean the family room, you get the customer to trust you, you feel comfortable with the customer, you're using your eye contact. I explain to them about their upholstery, and I say, I would love to clean this piece of upholstery for you today for only $289. That's the secret. Put the pressure on them. What you've done is you've explained to them why they should clean it, so you've created the value, and now you're asking for the sell. I would like to clean this for you. I'll call my office and tell them I'll spend more time here. I would like to clean this for you for only $289. And I will do a phenomenal job if you let me do this for you today. So would it be okay if I clean this for you today for only $289? You watch how many customers will say yes. Sure, go ahead. Clean that sectional. Now here's another way you can upsell. Let's say, for example, that they have a sofa and a love seat. What you do is you share with the customer all of the information and create value why they should clean their upholstery. And then once you've done that, then you say, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, if you'd like me to clean that sofa today and your love seat, your sofa is only $129 and your love seat is only $99. And I can clean that for you today if you'd like me to. So would you like me to go ahead and clean that for you? They will answer yes or no, and I guarantee you they will answer yes more times than no. Now if they say no, that's okay. All you have to say is, You know, I can appreciate the fact that you weren't planning on me cleaning this today, but I would highly recommend as a professional that you have this scheduled with my office next week so that I can come out here and clean it, or within the next 30 days. I really think it's important that we have a healthy environment in here for you. You would agree, wouldn't you? They're going to say yes. You get it? You see what I've done is I've made them say yes. I think that it's really important that we have a healthy environment in here. Don't you? They said yes. Exactly. Now, what could possibly happen, it's happened to me many times, is you move on to the rest of the house and start cleaning and doing whatever you were doing and drop this. What you've done is you've done a takeaway. I can't tell you how many times the customer has come and told me, you know what, go ahead and clean that upholstery while you're here. I talked to my husband or I talked to my wife, go ahead and clean it. Or I just got off the phone with your office, I got it scheduled for next week, I just don't have time to deal with it today. Or they call 6 months from now. You want to make sure that you just make the suggestion very, very clear to them how important it is for them to clean it, and then they will make the decision whether they want to have it done or not. So that's another way you can do it. Now, here's another way you can do it. You explain to them why they should have their upholstery clean and what kind of process you're going to do. And then you do this. You go, if you'd like me to, I could clean your upholstery today. Your sofa is $129, your love seat is $99. And if you don't want to do that because it looks pretty clean, what I could do is I could at least power vac it. Power vacuuming is a little less expensive. So your sofa is only $69 to power vac, and your love seat is only $59 to power vac. So if you'd like me to, I could either clean it or power vac it. Which one's going to work best for you? You're not being pushy. You've educated them. Let them make the decision, because they're either going to pick what? What did I do? I set up a trap for them. What I did was I said, you can either clean it or you can power vac it. I only gave them two choices. So either way, I'm going to win. They're going to pick one or the other if you do this properly. If you do it with confidence and comfortable and don't be weird about it and create the value, they're either going to clean it or they're going to power vac it. If they step over here, they're cleaning. If they step over here, they're power vacuuming. Do you get it? It's just a soft sell, a soft suggestion, and let the customer decide, because they can say no, but most of the time they will say yes. So that's another way to sell. Now let's do a different scenario. I'm kind of done with the upholstery scenario, but you get it. Just be yourself. The secret to selling is asking them, suggesting to them, and finding out what they're actually excited about you cleaning. Because maybe they are going to get rid of this piece of upholstery and don't want it anymore. So they go, no, I don't want to clean that because we're giving that away and we're getting a new piece. So you don't stop there. A lot of times guys will stop selling as soon as they get one no. Did you know that you have to get several no's from a customer before you're going to get the yes? And just because they say no, it doesn't mean they hate you or are going to be mean to you. The only reason that you would ever be afraid to sell is because maybe you're coming across too pushy, or you're manipulative, or you're being a used car salesman, or you're just nervous and you're just saying the wrong things and you're not reading your customer right. That can be a train wreck. But you want to learn from that. Every mistake you make, you want to learn from that mistake and pick yourself back up. So let's just change the scenario here. So you come into the home, everything's going good, you feel comfortable with them, they're trusting you, you feel like they're going to be interested in your upsells. So you show up for the family room and the stairs once again. You do a great job on the family room and the stairs, and when you're dealing with your customer, what you want to do is you want to recommend to them, did you know, Mrs. Jones, that according to the IICRC, the EPA, and your carpet manufacturers, that they recommend that you clean your carpet on a regular basis. Every 6 to 12 months is the norm. I noticed here that you told me you haven't cleaned your carpet in like 4 years. So I would just highly recommend, while I'm here, that we clean your entire home. I could call my office and tell them that I'd like to spend more time at this home, and we clean everything. Because I'm not just a carpet cleaner, I'm a home environment technician. And it's really important that we have a healthy environment in here. Did you know that they have done studies where the indoor environment was far more harmful to the customers or the homeowners than the outdoor environment? It's because of the pollutants that get collected in the home. And I'd like to remove those for you while I'm here today. Plus, in order to keep your carpet manufacturer warranty, they recommend that you have a professional hot water extraction cleaning within 18 months. And you're either overdue or you're just getting to that point. It just depends on the customer. But you see what I'm doing? I'm giving them value on why they should clean. And you suggest to them, you know, I can clean it all today if you'd like me to, and if you'd like, I can go ahead and give you an estimate and tell you how much it's going to cost. What customer is going to say no to that? They're just not. It doesn't happen. They always say yes. You just got to make them feel comfortable with you. Be yourself. Nothing weird. I guess what I'm trying to share with you is, in order for you to get really good at this, maybe some things in your life have to change. Maybe in order for you to get better at this, you have to get better. Sometimes you just got to clean up some things in your life so that people really feel comfortable with you and trust you in their home and the suggestions that you're making when you're trying to create value in the product that you're selling. The other thing is, you might want to become a product of your product. You want to make sure that your house is clean, your upholstery is clean, your car is clean. This video is not going to work for you, and you're not going to be able to upsell unless you are 100% into your product. And you just dive right in and you don't toe dip and you're committed. People are not stupid, especially today. People are more educated on purchasing than ever before. Before they buy something, they'll research it on the internet. They'll check reviews. They'll find the same product at a better price. The only reason that they can't find the same product at a better price is because there's nobody on this planet like you. You are your own unique individual. And you can only service the customer the way you can service the customer. So fall in love with cleaning carpets, fall in love with serving the customer, and they'll fall in love with you. And it's going to be a win-win for everybody. Now let's get back to upselling. That does have a lot to do with upselling, is because you've got to just be comfortable in your skin. But let's go ahead and get back to some more techniques. Now, I've done all the measurements in the home, and I come back to the customer and I tell her, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I did all the measurements and I found that there was a few patches that I could do for you up in your guest bedroom. I also found a wrinkle in your master bedroom, and if you'd like me to, I could do those for you as well today. They're going to cost a little bit more money than just the cleaning, but I can go ahead and do those. Now remember, the more skill that you have, the more money that you make. And that's where my Restretch DVD comes in and my Bonded Insert DVD. Because not only did I get the entire house, but I'm also working on getting the Bonded Insert and the Restretch. Well, I'm just assuming the sell that I got the entire house, because that's what I do. That's the secret to sells. You always want to assume you're going to get the whole house. You always want to assume you're going to get the upholstery. You always want to assume you're going to get that bonded insert. You always want to assume you're going to get that leather cleaning. You always want to assume you're going to get that restretch. You always want to assume you're going to get the job versus your competitors. You always want to assume you're going to get the auto upholstery. You always want to assume they're going to recommend you to family and friends. You always want to assume, you get this, that they're going to clean every 6 to 12 months. It's all attitude. It's all positive thinking. So if you have any stinking thinking, when you come to the job, you want to take all of your problems, all of your stinking thinking, you want to put it inside your car, lock the door, and go to work with a great attitude, with a I can attitude, with a 100% satisfaction attitude, with an attitude that takes procrastination and puts motivation. You just want to show up, and I promise you, if you're having a bad day and you just think positive thoughts and you act in a positive way, you will have a great day. The difference between a bad day and a great day is attitude. And when you get done with your job and you go back to your car, all your problems are going to still be in there, I promise you, waiting for you. So let's get back to upsells. There's just so much I want to teach you. So you're going to also want to get my other DVDs on how to sell, or any kind of other DVD that I'm putting out there that's going to help motivate you to be the best person that you can become. So your whole job is coming out to $389 for just the carpet cleaning. And if you'd like me to do the restretch, so let's say we got $389. If you'd like me to do the restretch, that's $150 plus the little bonded inserts, $150. So that's an additional $300. If you want to know exactly how I bid out and price out these jobs, I have another product that's called the Holy Grail, the Top Gun of carpet cleaning. What it is, it's a manual that I put together to teach my guys how to upsell for urine stains, different urine stains throughout the home, how to upsell for different wrinkles throughout the home, how to price everything out, because it's a little tricky, but if you have some kind of system in place, you're going to be able to price and bid out the jobs more effectively than just guessing. So on my invoice, I have our ranges of price, but on the Holy Grail Top Gun manual, I break that down, how to charge and what to charge for specialty stains, because some of you either are really good at specialty stains and you're charging too little, or you're not very good at specialty stains and you're missing out on those. Because specialty stains like nail polish, ink, wine, red wine, coffee, you can actually charge more for those because those are a little bit more tricky to get out. Sometimes they pop right out, don't get me wrong, but sometimes they don't, and you're going to have to use a specific technique on there. And that's what I'm talking about. See, I'm upselling you right now. You don't realize it, but I am, because that's my Specialty Stains DVD. So selling is creating value. Now let's get back to this job here that we're upselling right now. So I tell the customer it's $389 for all the carpet cleaning and $150 for the restretch and only $150 for the bonded insert. So let me add that up. We got $389 plus $150 plus $150 equals, you're looking at only $689 right now. So if we do all of that work for you today, you're looking at only $689. And I'm prepared to go ahead and do that for you if you'd like me to right now. So would you like me to go ahead and take care of all that for you today, Mrs. Jones? Another way you can say it is just like this. Your total comes out to $689. Now, whatever you're comfortable with, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, but I want you to make an intelligent decision what's right for you. So if you'd like me to go ahead and take care of that for you today, it's only $689. Let them think. Let them have to talk to their husband or wife. What's going to happen is you're going to close more deals than you're not. They're going to say, okay, go ahead and do it. More times than they're going to say no. You just got to be able to ask the question, but create the value. And did you notice that little soft close that I have? Mr. and Mrs. Jones, whatever you're comfortable with, but I'd like you to make an intelligent decision what's right for you. Whether I do the job or don't do the job, it's only $689. And smile and be quiet. Your customers will love it. They know what you're doing, and they will get a kick out of the fact that you said only $689, only $689. But they know that they can trust you. You're doing a good job. You're giving them quality work. They know the value is there. So they don't mind you making that suggestion. They just have to be interested in buying your suggestion. Do they want to buy what you're selling? And they do if you smell good, you look good, you act good, you serve them, and you just have a great positive attitude, and you don't give them any of your negative personal problems. That will kill every upsell. That will kill every deal. You don't need to share that information with them. That's not what you're there for. You're not there to say, oh, my life is sucking because of this or that. You're there to serve them. They hired you to serve. So if you're acting like you want to serve, you're going to get the job and you're going to be able to upsell very easily. So Mr. and Mrs. Jones, let's say they say yes. Great, I'm on doing my job. Now let's say they say no. I don't want to spend that much money. Then here's what you do. You have this all ready to go. You go, well, you know what, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I would really like to do that restretch for you. I just think that it would look so much better in that room when I get done. And that bonded insert is driving me crazy. I know that I've never been here before, but I want to do it so bad because I know when I get done with it, it's going to look fantastic. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go ahead and give you free carpet protector if you let me do all of the other work. And your carpet protector, for this amount of work, you're looking at $89. So I'm going to give you $89 of carpet protector at no charge. But you got to do all the work. So it's only $689 plus the free carpet protector. So it's basically $689 plus $89. You're looking at a $778 value for only $689, and I can do it for it today if you'd like me to. Only if you like me to, only if you're comfortable with it. I don't want you to have any pressure in any way, but if you'd like me to, it's only $689 and I can do it today for you. You get it? You're almost uncomfortable on the other end watching this when I was quiet, but you want to do that. It's only $689. It doesn't matter how long you have to stare at them. They have to answer. And I'm telling you, I've done this so many times, you will have 8 out of 10 customers go, okay, let's do it. And then you just go for it. You start doing it. You don't sit there and start selling to them more. You go, okay, and you just go out and start doing your work. Because you just closed the deal. You don't have to do anything else. So